means to say
Mr. Majid
that
Memon,
they do not know as to in which
Mr.
country
Majid Memon,
Dawood Ibrahim. Forget
Mr. Majid Memon, you may not like what I ask you next.
Let me remind
you may not like what I ask you next. Aman Sinha, just a sec, Aman Sinha.
I am prepared to answer any of your questions, provided there is order.
Aman Sinha, may I just ask Mr. Majid Memon this very question?
There is no contradiction in two statements. And finally, MOS Home has clarified that we believe that all along he's been in Pakistan. We have sent several dossiers and all information to command, but Pakistan is not cooperating.
Aman Sinha, the straightforward counter to what you're trying to maintain, is, sir, if you were the MOS Home and you were given this statement to read out, would you have gone and read it out on the floor of the parliament and then come out and told the media, I only read what was given to me? Will you do it, sir? Or will you turn around and challenge what is written here and say, how dare you cut, copy, paste what was written by the UPA government in 2013 as a lame answer, which was again rebutted and clarified by two senior ministers because it embarrassed the UPA government then. How dare you give this to me to read out on the floor of the House when I very well know what my government's position is and what the status on Dawood Ibrahim is? My question is that, sir, Mr. Aman Sinha. And will that question be asked to Mr. H.P. Chaudhary? Will that question be asked to Mr. H.P. Chaudhary saying, how dare you even agree to read this statement?
In response to that extradition process.
Present day blunders. BJP is doing that mistake. Please, your news channel should not commit that mistake.
Kindly refrain from using such words, but let me say that the question which was posed was pertaining to extradition process, and therefore a legal technical response was given. Perhaps a more detailed response also could have been given. But however,
how is it a legal technical response? Aman Sinha, may I ask you something? Aman Sinha, may I ask you something? Aman Sinha, may I ask you something?
Pakistan all along.
Aman Sinha, may I ask you something? May I ask you something, sir? Is the government's position in Parliament and outside different? Aman Sinha, because I have a lot of lawyers in the panel. Let me ask you something.
No, they are not different.
Let me ask you. No, they are not different. Right. So immediately after that, if H.P. Chaudhary you said this is a straightforward question on extradition, and it's a straightforward question on extradition, and this is what a legal technical answer is, then why is it? Then has what R.K. Singh, who's an MP with the BJP now, what he said is wrong? If he says that he floats between the northwestern frontier and also between Karachi, and he's got multiple addresses, we are aware. But right now we don't know his exact location. Now, is that answer wrong? Is he wrong in saying that? Is Kiran Rijiju then wrong? That he came out and said Dawood Ibrahim is in Pakistan and we know his location. No, one of them is wrong, sir. One of them is legally, technically incorrect. Sir, one of them is legally, technically incorrect because the question is about not just the whereabouts of Dawood Ibrahim. The question overall is about bringing Dawood back. So you call it extradition, you call it extraction, whatever you call it, sir, we want Dawood back. And in that case, what is legal, what is technical, sir? Which answer is correct?
Extraction is,
sir, which answer is correct?
How extraction comes here. But extradition, no.
No. Which answer is correct?
What? Answer whatever has been stated by Mr. Kiran Rijiju. MOS Home is a complete and a comprehensive answer.
I don't.
So you're trying to say So you're trying to say what H.P. Chaudhary has given an incomplete or an incorrect answer. H.P. Chaudhary has given an incomplete or an incorrect answer because you say Kiran Rijiju's answer was more comprehensive and complete. So why did H.P. Chaudhary agree to give an incomplete or incorrect answer on the floor of the House, knowing fully well the ramifications of his act?
It responded to your subsequent queries of the media, and therefore I am saying you have to see things in totality. If you see both these statements, they are not contradictory. They add on to each other and give a comprehensive.
So what if Pakistan tomorrow?
Let me ask you a matter-of-fact question. When you have one MOS saying, we do not know where this man is, and the other MOS says, we know he is in Pakistan and gives an exact location, how can you claim that the two are not contradictory? To people conversant with normal English, they seem to go completely in different directions.
When he was speaking on floor of the House, Mr. Hari Bhai, he never said that he is not in Pakistan.
He said we do not know where the man is.
Therefore, Mr. Kiran Rijiju's statement,
his exact words, if I can quote them to you, said the subject has not been located so far.
Which mohalla he is staying at.
Which rules out the possibility of knowing which country he is in. Is that quite apparent, Jaiveer Shergill? Because it seems apparent to me. Does it seem apparent to you?
I'm sorry, Padmaja, can you repeat? I missed your question.
Yeah. You know, Padmaja, I'm sorry, as a limited knowledge of English, these two statements are as different as stark as day and night.
Correct.
Why is
now,
it just?
I don't know with what stretch of imagination. With what stretch of imagination?
That there was
with what stretch of imagination and with what tool of vocabulary my friend Aman Sinha is trying to reconcile both the statements. The better way out is he should say yes, MOS committed a blunder. He said incorrect thing on the floor of the house.
Exactly.
Mr. Riju is right, and we all go home happy. Today by this saying, by trying to make this effort of reconciling the two statements, I'm sorry, I'm using these words, I'm sorry, BJP has vindicated the claim of Pakistan and weakens India case of pressurizing Pakistan to bring Dawood back.
You know what has happened? When the Congress party supported
MOS Chaudhry said, yes, this is a blunder, this is a blunder, Mr. Riju is seized of the correct information, we will reconcile our position and we can re-pursue our case with Pakistan.
To 2611.
You know what has happened? Sir, only the roles have reversed. Sir, between 2013 and 2015,
party has been doing
sir, between 2013 and 2015, between the Congress and the BJP, the government has changed, the roles have reversed. In 2013, the UPA government goofed up.
No,
in
but
2015, NDA has goofed up. In 2013, BJP turned around and told the Congress, how can you commit such a gaffe and how can you contradict yourself? Today the Congress is turning around and asking the BJP, how can you commit such a gaffe and how can you contradict yourself? But you see what is happening overall, sir. You see what is happening overall. And Mr. Pawar, that's what I'm saying. No, overall what is happening is,
both of us are absolutely misfit in this.
No, not just sir. No, sir. It's not about being. I'm telling you why. Because you are all serving officers. You are a lawyer yourself. Mr. MSN Singh, Mr. Singh is a former officer. This is what is happening, sir. What the intelligence officers do, what the police officers do, what their hard work is, it all goes shoved down the drain because somebody decides to type a goddamn letter and that's read out on the floor of the house, which undermines all the work they are doing, sir. That is what is happening, irrespective of UP or NDA. That's what I'm trying to say, Mr. Pawar.
The simple solution is that hand over the task to the agencies concerned and they will do the job. Why the political...
What happened in 93? What happened in 93? Tell me, sir. What happened in 93? Wasn't the task handed over to the police and to the CBI? And then when the phone call had to be made saying, hold Anis Ibrahim, give him to the CBI, did the government make the phone call?
No, I was not connected that time.
Sir, you can't take that route, sir. My point is, please be honest, sir. It's because I'll tell you what. Today, what has happened today? Imagine, Mr. Pawar, how will you feel tomorrow if Pakistan turns around and says, "Arey, unke home minister, minister of Home Affairs, MOS home nahi bol diya hai." On the floor of the house, he has said Dawood cannot be located. So how can they turn around and say he's in Pakistan? Now, what if they say that, sir?
I might be knowing 1,000 things, but I am a police officer. You will agree on that, and without the evidence, I cannot say so. That is all about it.
No,
I might be knowing 1,000 things.
No, the option of hot pursuit, as has been revealed by Mr. Neeraj Kumar as well, is that it was something that was explored, and eventually it was a lack of political will which resulted in this option being shelved. So you're right in saying that that is an option. It was explored, but repeatedly political parties have put it on the back burner. But limiting ourselves to the question over here, what we're talking about, what's happened today, and my limited point on this, Mr. Majid Memon, do you think that the BJP needs to explain its decision to make this reply in the House today simply because of the possible ramifications it could have vis-a-vis our claims about Dawood Ibrahim's presence in Pakistan in the future? It's not just about an apology and an explanation, but also what will happen in the future.
Just let me explain a few things very important, very relevant from this point of view of debate. Now see, Anand has rightly said that if a Minister of State for Home makes a statement on the floor of the House, kindly see the authenticity of the statement and the person who is making the statement. It is not Tom, Dick and Harry.
Absolutely.
The government of India speaks on the Parliament, the supreme lawmaking body, makes a statement that we do not know where Dawood is located. Now, Mr. Sinha is saying He did not say that the minister did not say that he is not in Pakistan. What a funny argument. This is absolutely ridiculous.
And tomorrow, Aman Sinha, Pakistan can wave this in our face.
1 minute.
And when we call it a haven of terrorism, they'll say, what are you talking about? You yourself don't know where Dawood is.
This statement is so damaging. As Anand rightly says, that Pakistan will tell tomorrow that, look here, we have been saying that Dawood is not here, although we are hiding him, although we are protecting him. But look here, our enemy, the India itself, on the floor of the House,
absolutely,
has made a statement.
And please,
so record.
And the junior home minister, no less, Aman Sinha. The junior home minister.
Government, our security apparatus, our
Okay, one at a time, please. Gentlemen, one at a time, please. Hang on. I know. Aman Sinha
was also a part of the government.
Yeah, Aman Sinha, we couldn't hear any of the panelists because everybody was speaking at the same time. Mr. Singh, I'm coming to you, sir. Just 1 second. Mr. Pradhan, who's here with me in the studio, had a point. He didn't agree with Majid Memon. We'll start with him. Go to Mr. Singh, Aman Sinha, and then Jaiveer Shergill. Yes.
Mr. Memon's argument is based on assumption that the Pakistan is being led by some civilized society. It is not so. Pakistan is a rogue country. It is a failed state. You are under wrong impression that we go with the platter. On the platter we say that this is the evidence. That is what we have seen with Lakhvi's case also. Nothing happens there. On the contrary, their judiciary is also so corrupt that they have audacity to release him on bail. You are under wrong impression. You are in a fool's paradise if you are expecting that we go with Dawood's evidence and Dawood will be.
Sir, we expect nothing from Pakistan but treachery. Sir, we expect nothing from Pakistan but treachery. No, Mr. Pradhan, there is no disagreement with you when we say we expect nothing from Pakistan but treachery. But Mr. Singh, would you have thought that this government, because it tom-tommed and it thumped its chest and said, we will bring all those perpetrators of terror back into our country and bring them to justice, this was an opportunity. What are you doing with the extradition of Dawood Ibrahim? A question on the floor of the parliament, Mr. Singh, and there could be the opportunity for the MOS home to say, I can pinpoint Dawood Ibrahim's location through the help of my intelligence team today. We will show it to the entire world. Will they act against Pakistan and force them to hand over Dawood Ibrahim?
This cannot be declared and this cannot be made a public issue.
Was that attitude missing? Was that attitude missing today? Was that not what would have been, what could have been, and what will be expected of this government, sir?
I thought...
No, this cannot be done in such a way.
Yeah.
Osama bin Laden was never...
Yes, Mr. Singh. Yes, Mr. Singh.
What I was saying, say today in the floor of the parliament, he had said that he knows the whereabouts of Dawood Ibrahim. You think that after that the extradition process would have accelerated? Then we are fooling ourselves.
Mr. Singh,
second question is
not at all, sir.
Who asked this? Who asked this mischievous question? Who asked this mischievous question in the parliament?
Why is it a mischievous question?
Why there was a need? Why was there a...
Why is it a mischievous question? No, Mr. Singh, tell me something. I am not saying that tomorrow itself this government should move towards Dawood's extradition. But if the plan, Mr. Singh, if the plan of the government, as they have stated quite often in the past, is to bring a global consensus against Pakistan and force Pakistan's hand into handing over Dawood Ibrahim to us, then is this the right way to go about it? Or would it have been the other way around, that he stands on the floor of the House and says, we know where Dawood Ibrahim is, we know he is in Pakistan, and if required to all the agencies and all those who want to help India, we can show to the intelligence officials, this is his location, these are the addresses.
Sir, I can tell you about your seriousness.
Is it so difficult, sir?
I can tell you about your seriousness. One film actor who gyrated to the criminal tunes of Dawood Ibrahim in Dubai, he was elevated to the level of a member of parliament. There was a second person who is now behind the jails, who was talking about that Nanga Pahalwan and all with Dawood Ibrahim. He tried to dabble in politics. Why didn't the state do anything? And I will ask Mr. Pawar today that he belongs to the Bombay, he served in the Bombay police. How is it that despite knowing everything, Dawood's empire proliferated and expanded?
that it could not have happened without political patronage.
Okay.
Will Mr. Pawar
I totally agree with you.
Yes.
I totally agree with you.
Majid Memon
Without the
respond.
connivance of police
Majid Memon
and
respond.
government, nothing can take place.
Majid Memon
You
respond.
are talking about
That I agree.
parliament, that
Majid
one
Memon
question
respond
and
because
one answer
no,
and
Majid
one
Memon,
question.
you are pointing
this-
fingers at the
this-
BJP and saying it
this
does not
should be-
behove of a leader to do that. He should have
No,
been
no, no,
out
this should be-
upfront
but
with
this-
whatever he
this
knew.
question
Sir,
should
that
be
question
directed
rebounds to Mr.
policemen.
Sharad Pawar back to 1994, sir.
No, Anand, my audio was disconnected.
No. See, you see, if you are talking about Sharad
Anand, can
Pawar,
you
then
repeat
let me explain.
briefly?
Let me explain.
Mr. Ramansana, we lost you for a bit. I will
One
repeat.
minute.
I will repeat. Give me a minute. Going to Majid Memon. Yes, Majid Memon.
Yes. Now see, we are trying to believe what Mr. Ram Jethmalani says, that Dawood wanted
No, sir.
at some point of
Let
time
me interrupt you
to
there
surrender.
itself. Let me interrupt you because we are saying very sources
that?
very close to Mr. Sharad Pawar confirmed that Ram Jethmalani did approach him, and that so they very clearly said
No,
that
no.
the suggestion given to him was you approach the center.
No, correct.
Why is this detail? Why was this
No,
detail
but please-
withheld? Why was the fact? Why shouldn't
Anand,
Mr. Pawar
Anand,
come
please-
out and say who is the person in the
give
center
me
he
1
suggested that
minute.
Mr. Ram
Look at-
Jethmalani should speak to?
Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute, Anand. I'll explain to you in 1 minute.
Yes, sir.
See, it was sometime in 1994-95. That is what Ram Jethmalani claims. Now, in 1996, Ram Jethmalani himself was the Union Law Minister. What did he do?
No, he was
No,
not.
What? How
He was
can
not.
Sir,
He
first
became
please
law
answer.
minister in 1999.
What- First please answer.
No,
Mr. Sharad Pawar
There
was
is
earlier the defense minister, then he
Actually
became the
incorrect.
Maharashtra chief minister. What did he do, sir?
No.
Mr. Memon,
It's easy
Mr.
to ask what Ram Jethmalani did or didn't do.
Mr.
I'm asking
Memon-
you what did Mr. Pawar did or didn't do. He was close with the
No,
government at the
the
center.
Mr.
He was very close with the powers that be at that time. He could wield a lot of influence if he
there is no
wanted
question
Dawood
of
Ibrahim back.
closeness. It is
But
not-
did he or did he
it
not
was-
wield that
He could not have
influence?
passed any order.